Hey guys, I was inspired by a card that I received that used foil for the background and embossing. So I created this Father's Day card using stamps from this stamp set from Stampin' Up called Pedal to the Metal. So I used the one image, and then on the inside I have some of the sayings, but the main focus that I'm going to show you today is making the background, which uses aluminum foil. Okay, so you need your aluminum foil. I like to use a piece of this is really just cardstock. It's not heavyweight cardstock, but it's not typing paper. It's like that. Next, you can use an embossing folder of your choice. All right, so let's go ahead and I'll show you. You just pull off a piece of aluminum foil. I like the shiny side out. Okay, and then you're just going to take the aluminum foil and you're going to attach it to your piece of paper. Let's see, this piece is a little bit bigger. We'll use this piece. Go ahead and use your stick-it tape, or whatever you call it, kind that you have double-sided tape. Okay, and then you go ahead and peel the backer off. All right, and then just fold your foil right over top. And I learned about this technique from Noel, who was part of our Facebook group. So thank you, Noel, because she sent me a card using this. All right, so you have basically your panel ready to go. You want to go ahead and use your embossing folder and just run that through the machine of your choice. I have a Big Shot, so if you have a piece that hangs over like that, you can just trim it. It's easy enough. But you've got a nice, there you go, just like that. You run it through your die cut machine, and this is what it looks like when you bring it out. All right, okay. So your next step would be to take your archival ink, and you want to drag your archival ink across the foil. Mine's get a little bit dry. I need to re-ink mine. I've been making a lot of cards. Now take your heat gun, and archival ink dries very quickly, so this won't take long. And the only reason I'm doing that is to make it dry, and then I'm going to take my Versamark and drag it across there. And my Versamark is already really stained very bad, so it's okay with me that if it gets a little bit of archival ink on, it's already stained very bad. All right, so now we'll take and go ahead and start our embossing. Now I have 3 different colors of embossing powder here. I have Brutus Monroe Coffee Grounds, Penny, which is like copper, and Gilded, which is gold. Alright, so let me just scoot this. I have a cutting board underneath this piece of scrap paper so that I can heat up my embossed images, my embossed area, without melting anything on my desk. And I think we'll start with Coffee Grounds. This is our brown. And it's a grungy look, folks. It's not polished and finished. The idea is it to be grungy, okay? So you can see that. And what you could do is even take your finger and scratch some of that off so that you can, it's supposed to be, in this application, the way I'm demonstrating it, it's supposed to be grungy. If you don't do that step, you'll just have a nice, smooth, shiny finish. But what I'm going for is grungy and kind of rough looking, okay? So I have a clothespin here, and I'm going to hold on to my panel, and I'm going to take my heat gun. Okay, so, you know, the aluminum foil conducts heat, so it heats up pretty quickly. Next, we'll go over again with our Versamark and a different color of embossing powder. I think this time we'll use the gold, which is Gilded. So we will take our Versamark and go over it. I just kind of, whatever, haphazardly, not any kind of even coverage. The more broken up it looks, the better to me for this style. And then we're just going to put our gold embossing powder on there. Okay, if you want to rough it up a little bit, you can. All right. Again, take our heat gun until that embossing powder melts. Okay, I'm just going to rotate that so I get all the areas that have embossing powder on it. Now you can either stop there, or you can go ahead and apply another layer of embossing powder. I'm going to take my archival ink and go over this just to make it nice and grungy. Okay, and this is very much not my normal style, so I'm kind of operating outside of my comfort zone here, but the end result makes it totally worth it. Okay, one more embossing powder we're going to use is Penny, which is like a copper. This is a very messy project. I've got embossing powder everywhere, but like I said, I think it's worth it. Okay. I'm not going to rough that one up as much. I want it to be a little bit shinier. Okay. All right, see that? Okay, let that cool for a second. Take the archival ink, go back over it one last time, and dry that quick with your heat gun. Okay, I have a panel ready to go here, which I stamped ahead of time. It says "To a Great Guy." It has a 4-wheeler. I used black foam tape. Made sure that I had all that on there, and I'm just going to put that right in the middle, and I think that looks really, really nice for a grungy Father's Day card. I have Craft as my card base, all right, and I'm going to use that same double-sided tape and go ahead and fix this down to the card base, and that's really it. I made this card for my card club, which meets tomorrow. Card club is a group of card makers here in my local community. We meet once a month and we do a card exchange, and we also make cards together while we're there. And since it's June, I thought I would make sort of a masculine card for everybody, which you can use it for Father's Day, or you could even use it for a birthday. Wouldn't have to be Father's Day, okay? Let me just get this tape off here. Okay, we're getting there, folks. Almost done and making a mess as we go, but that's okay, because this is a process where I'm making 10 cards, so these will all be shared. Okay. There we go. Nice and grungy, all right? And then on the inside, it says, "I hope your day is full of adventure." All right, and I made a bunch of these cards already. As you can see, and each one is unique. No two cards look alike. Using this process, you have a nice variety. And of course, the highlight is that background, which is just tin foil and lots of embossing of different colors of embossing powders. So thank you, Noel, for teaching us this technique. I hope you like my cards today. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I will have in my description box below links to my blog, my social media. If you're new to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it if you would consider subscribing, and that way you'll be notified of future cards that I make and demonstrations. And I do a lot of giveaways. I'm currently having giveaways on my videos periodically in celebration of recently achieving 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye-bye.